into Champ Select. Freljord and Ionia. We have a Nocturne ban on the side of Freljord. And a GP ban on the side of Ionia. Follow it up with a Lilia. Nefiri. Akali. And a Pantheon ban. First pick priority is going to be on the Seraphine for Freljord. I agree, Booze. We just blame it all on Toph. Ionia is going to counter it with a Lux pick and Lux Kaisa. Zack's going to be the jungle priority for Freljord. And locking up that support pick of Alistar. Let's see what Ionia's third pick in the first round is going to be. Looks like they're going to prioritize Trundle for the top side. Looks like they're going to get rid of Darius in the top side. Trying to give Trundle a favorable matchup. Ornn's going to be the pick. Taken away for Freljord. Now the top side ban going to be the Set. And a jungle ban towards the Amumu. It's going to be a Cho'Gath locked in for Ionia, saving the mid lane pick for last. Or this could be a Cho mid. We're going to see Renekton locked in on the top side of Freljord. And Smolder's going to be the AD carry locked in for Freljord. So the Seraphine is going into the mid lane. And Ahri's going to be the counter pick to the Seraphine. on the Rift for game 1 between Ionia and Freljord.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
A little bit of an evade coming out from Ionia. Looks like they're not going to pick anything up off of it. Looks like IX9 is going to get stunned up by Kel. He's going to be forced to flash out early. Kel is going to walk into Willix. He's going to get stunned up, going to be able to walk away with that extra movement speed. Do have deep vision on the side of Freljord into Ionia's jungle. Going to be spotting out where Chase is going to be starting on this Trundle. But Ionia also has vision on the red side jungle of Freljord. It's like Zac is going to do his Raptors straight into an invade onto the blue side of Ionia. Going to be able to steal away this blue buff. Level 2 is coming out from these bot lanes. At the same time, going to be a trade of damage.
Hello?
What's up?
I'm so sorry something happened.
You are all right, my friend.
Okay. So
We are in game now, about just under 3 minutes.
got it. How do we do this?
I could. Oh,
Should I just wait for the next match?
you
Or
could follow on the stream maybe.
yeah,
First blood gonna be going on to the Smolder in the bot lane. You could follow on the stream, or I could share my screen.
it's probably fine to follow on the stream.
Okay.
Mhm.
Willix going in on to Kel here, gonna get a trade of damage. Nothing more coming out of that. Chase under tower, looking to get a gank in on this bot side. Battle Test is going to knock him up and headbutt him away. He is going to be able to get onto top on the Smolder though. Smolder's going to trade a bunch of damage back. Looks like he's just going to be able to walk away. A flash in from Battle Test. They're going to headbutt Lone Wolf back into the tower. He's going to take a tower shot, get really low. Silikai trying to trade damage back. Battle Test getting awfully low here. Is going to go down to Silikai and Lone Wolf. A little bit over aggression coming out from Battle Tested on the Alistar. Just not enough damage to take down Lone Wolf. And Toph is doing his best to stay alive under this tower. Is going to eat a Q. He's getting really low now.
Yeah, Freljord pulling out their Seraphine and smaller comp again like last time. Something curious about what I have about the draft is Kai'Sa paired with Lux, because usually Kai'Sa's paired with enemies that like usually engage or immobilize enemies because of the passive, but Lux is unreliable. So I wonder what they were trying to go with that. Maybe just lane dominance against Smolder.
I'm starting to think towards that too. Just trying to make Smolder a little bit more uncomfortable in lane. Top seems to be piloting it pretty well into it so far, though. Also,
Hmm.
sitting at 1-0 right now. Is down 9 CS, but it's not really worried about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Kel
Because
going to be
Smolder, you also
engaged
get
on
stacks
in the
of.
top side, and he's going to go down to Willix. It's a solo kill for the Renekton in the top side. Kel does have his TP to get back into the lane, though. So not going to miss
Yeah,
too,
thankfully the
too
wave wasn't
much.
crashing. So
Yeah. Alistar gonna go in onto Lone Wolf. Stun coming out onto the Kaisa. Lone Wolf getting really low here. Silikai trying to trade damage back. The Zac is here. Jumping in onto Lone Wolf. Gonna get the Feats of Warfare going over to the Smolder. Smolder getting really low. Chase and Silikai trying to trade it back. Alistar gonna headbutt Silikai away. And it's just gonna be a trade of kills in the bot side. Support for AD carry. Feats of Warfare going over to Freljord.
it's like Smolder bot call. That trade I think is worthwhile for the Smolder just because of the kill and the early power he gets and the earlier spike he gets from that. Now I don't know about how Kai'Sa's take a back timing because Smolder's just gonna shove the wave in and Kai'Sa's gonna lose a wave. Hopefully the jungle is prepared to counter gank or something.
Yeah.
Again.
Kaisa is sitting at 2-0 right now and is farming pretty well. So this
Hmm.
could get scary towards mid game.
Definitely. Kai'Sa does scale really well too, so.
Yeah. But with the comp that Ionia have, I don't know how they get onto this Smolder late game.
It'll definitely have to be Trundle and Cho'Gath hopefully running in there and not getting CC'd by the Alistar, but that's really hard,
Yeah.
so.
They're running through a Zac, a Renekton, an Alistar, Seraphine.
Hmm.
Like they're just gonna eat damage before they can even get to him. So they're gonna have to play these fights really well. Kel getting engaged on by the Renekton again in the top side is gonna be able to walk away. Toph on the back of that is gonna pick up a kill on Lone Wolf.
Yeah, the Lux is definitely struggling here. Now I wonder if it's because he's over positioning or I wonder it's just Smolder and Alistar is actually pretty strong in lane, which most people wouldn't think that, so.
It is I think a little bit of a misplay on Lone Wolf's side there. Because Alistar Smolder shouldn't have this much priority in lane.
Mhm.
It looks like the grubs are going to be started off by Freljord, Zac, and Renekton. They should be able to pick these up fairly easy. And pings come down onto this dragon and on the bot side of the map from Freljord. Looks like they want to transition from grubs straight into a dragon. And with their mid and bot prio, that's what they're going to do.
This
Play,
should be a pretty easy dragon to secure. Trundle's backing, knowing that too, so.
yeah, Trundle's backed. No bot lane priority. So this should be a fairly easy dragon for them to pick up. That's two monster slaying objectives down right away.
Hmm.
Merrick gonna use the ult to try to get in onto Adelphi here. She's gonna be able to
Time goes wide.
sidestep the charm and get out. Still has 2 charges left. Could still look to engage it. He's gonna go in. Is gonna land the charm. No more follow up damage. Adelphi is gonna have to flash out though. Is able to stay alive. Smolder eating tons of poke damage here. Alistar gonna go in on to chase under tower in the river. He has no help with him right now, but the Zac is on his way. Chase is just trying to run him down right now. He's just gonna walk away. Toph going in on the Lone Wolf here. This is a 2v1. Is gonna eat a Lux ulti. Uses the barrier and is gonna have to flash away on the backside of that. Trundle is here. They could look to push and dive, but looks like Chase is gonna opt to walk away here.
Yeah, Smolder having ult is definitely a big cause here, because he can heal most of the damage up. Plus,
He's gonna use the
Trundle
ult
not.
to clear the wave as well, so he can get a back timer. But Lux and Kai'Sa should be able to push this in and make him miss a little bit of CS here and XP. Starting to build a nice CS lead on this mid lane as well, 91 to 77. Looks like they're going to collapse onto this Renekton in the top side. Trundle and Ahri are here. He's going to ult, use the Dominus to try to keep himself alive here. Is going to go down to the Trundle. It's good play from Ionia to keep himself proactive and even up the score a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Kai'Sa did complete his first her first item, so this should be a pretty unbalanced lane until Smolder gets his first item.
Kai'Sa did complete her first item here as well, so she's going to be a little bit stronger than Smolder right now. Is going to ult in.
Mhm.
He's going to trade a bunch of damage. Alistar is here, going to flash in, push Silikai a little bit closer to top, just out of tower range here. They're still trying to trade back and forth with, I'd say, Freljord getting the more positive end of that trade with Lone Wolf and Silikai being low. Chase under tower is going to run in to drop a pillar, but Toph and Battle Tested are going to be safe under that tower. Ult coming in from Merrick is going to land the Charm. Still has 2 charges left, looking to chase here. Ult coming in from Adelphi, going to land on Merrick. Chase on the tower, just showing into the lane. He's going to come in and chomp. Looks like he's going to ult. They're going to go in. Charm landed. Adelphi's going to go down to Merrick here in this just under mid tower. And looks like Renekton is still proxying in the top side. Has a
They do
nice...
pick up a kill on bot side.
Oh, yeah, they did pick up a kill on Lone Wolf again in the bot side. Silikai all alone here is going to be tower dove by the Alistar, Zac, and Smolder. Zac is going to pick up this kill. It looks like they're going to pick up a bunch of tower plates here in the bot side. Lux running out of base, trying to do what she can to neutralize that. It looks like Ahri is going to go down in the mid lane as well. Renekton roaming down, picking up the Ahri, punishing Merrick for not having the ulti or flash.
Hogarth will be able to get some platings top side.
Yeah, it looks like he's picking up some plates in the top side.
Plating will soon fall.
Looks like this next priority is going to be on this dragon spawning in 13 seconds here on the spot side. Kel has TP, this Renekton does not. Battle tested, gonna go in onto Merrick. Merrick's gonna be forced to use the ulti here, but it's leaving Chase all alone. He's got the flash out. Did take a massive chunk of damage. I don't know if they're gonna have priority on this dragon now. Kai'Sa clearing out a ward in the Baron pit. Toph's gonna eat a big ulti from Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf is still alive here. Kai'Sa's gonna flash in to finish off the kill onto Smolder in a 1v1 trade. Looks like Merrick and Kai'Sa are going to force Zac to flash out as well, and that should give them priority on this dragon. It looks like they're going to chase into the enemy jungle. Looking for more kills. Now they're gonna run back and start up this dragon. But IX9 did heal up to full, so they could look to contest. Looks like battle tested and Zac are coming in. They're gonna go in onto Merrick. He doesn't have the ulti now. They are gonna trade Dragon, but they're gonna lose their mid laner as well. Just under a 2k gold lead for Freljord here. TP coming out from this Ahri behind the bot lane. It looks like he's going to use the ulti to try to get in range, but the headbutt going to be knocking the Ahri out and away. And they are safe in the bot side now. And it looks like Freljord's going to be rotating over to start up this Herald. Ionia is going to have to be quick if they want to contest this because it's going down pretty fast with the Renekton and the Zac. Looks like it is going to go down to the Alistar of all of them, but Kel's going to flash out. Looks like Chase is going to try to make a trade. The Seraphine ulti is going to go wide. It's a 4v4 here in this river. Chase under tower is going to go down. Zac's looking to jump in. He's going to jump in, land the, I forget what that ability is called, Q onto the Ahri, and Lux. Lux going to go down, Ahri's going to go down. It's going to be a clean ace for Freljord, because Toph in the bot side is going to be able to kill the Kai'Sa.
Looks like mid tier 2 is also gone from this Herald. And if you're in a pretty good situation because of their scaling team and currently winning.
It's going to be really hard to navigate team fights on the side of Ionia now. Looks like they're gonna pick up 2 towers in the mid lane. And Renekton's still on the top side looking to proxy. Let's check on this Smolder. Smolder's at 155 stacks right now. So getting pretty close to the power spike. 19 minutes in. So he's at a decent stacking pace though. Looks like Chase and Merrick are looking to force down this tier 1 in the bot side. Looks like they are going to be able to get that. They're going to go in onto Adelphi in the bot side. She's caught and she's going to go down. So it's going to be a tower and a kill picked up in the bot side. And they're going to also catch battle tested, but I don't know if they want this fight right now, just the 2 of them. Although they are turning this fight around back onto top. Lone Wolf is here now. They're going to go in on the elastic slingshot. IX9 going in onto Chase. He's going to go down. It still is a 3v2. And it looks like IX9 and Toph are going to walk themselves out. Just a trade of kills here. 2 for 1. Positive trade for Ionia here. And they're also going to pick up a mid-tier 1 on the back of that as well. Cal trading pretty well into this Renekton. But that's to be expected with him having Bramble Vest now and being a little bit tanky. And Ionia is going to start up this dragon here right away. And it's just going to melt. No answer from Freljord there. So both of them sitting at... Oh, never mind. First tower and 3 kills went over to Freljord, so they have feats.
You're in the top tier 1, but will he be caught?
Looks like Kel is going to go down, and they're going to donate the kill over to Toph on the Smolder. Ionia trying to rotate over to save this tier 1, but it's going to go down. Merrick going to force a Delphi's flash in the bot side as well. Holy, Chase eating a massive chunk of damage here, trying to walk himself out. He's going to have to ult to stay alive. Sub G8 coming in. Looks like they're trying to chase. Renekton TPing into this mid tower. And Silikai just going to auto it down, use the barrier, flash away, trying to get out. The Alistar's here on the chase. He's going to try to get to Merrick. Merrick's going to land the charm. Looking to get his AD carry out. It's going to be a flash coming in from the Renekton. Looks like they're going to pick up 2 kills now. Double kill going over to this Renekton.
Yeah, it looks like Freljord will be able to secure Otacon.
Chase is in the top side, looking to split push this tower down. He is a Trundle, so this tower should melt pretty quickly to him. The Renekton going to back to go answer him. Yeah, Kel is here with ulti, so he could look to steal here. It's going to be really hard for him to get in here, though. With the Alistar. He's eating a lot of damage. He's just going to brute force himself in. He's going to eat it and steal it. That's Otacon stolen by Kel on the Cho'Gath. He's able to get a ton of damage down onto Battle Tested and the Smolder as well. And in the top side, Trundle was able to pick up that tier 2.
Yeah, the steal there was very important, especially because if Freljord if they got Otacon, it would be even more impossible to go in because when someone dies, they'll be just slowed and dive would be even slower.
The Smolder is at 114 stacks right now, almost hitting that 225 power spike. And we have Baron spawning in 20 seconds. The next dragon up in in a minute 30. So where do you expect them to? Where do you expect to see the next big fight at?
Well, I think Baron's a little too dangerous just to start, especially because they're all under level. I feel like they're probably gonna wait for Dragon or a pick.
I want to see Ionia get some vision in on this bot side. Try to prioritize getting in on this dragon and maybe get a pick onto someone. But we'll see what these teams want to prioritize. Both posturing over this top side. Don't want to give either team a free Baron. Alistar gonna go in onto Kel here. Smolder did hit his power spike. They're gonna go in onto Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf's gonna go down. It's gonna be a trade of top laners, but Kel's still alive. He's finally gonna go down to the Smolder. Triple kill for the Smolder. It's gonna be a quad. Oh, never mind. Taken by the Zac here. Toph looking to chase. Merrick's gonna trade a kill. He's gonna flash out. Oh, my bad. Let me. Nope, no one's commented on anything. So. And this should be second dragon going over to the side of Freljord here. Unless Merrick and the Lux can make a miracle steal. Smolder's going to go in on to Merrick here. He is down 2 levels, but Merrick eating a massive chunk of damage from the Smolder. Almost 3 items on him. He's dishing out massive damage. Alright, so we're 27 minutes in. Kills are 23-9. The 5k gold lead on the side of Freljord. Some massive shutdowns on their side as well. The Smolder, Zac, and Renekton. Pings on the top side here, coming out from Freljord onto this Baron here. They're going to 3-man start it up with Adelphi and the Renekton on their way in. Chase is on this bot side. They are doing this without, or if Ionia wants to contest, they are doing this without their jungle here. Kel going to be looking to go into steal here. He's going to get stunned up by Renekton. He's going to be knocked away. It's going to be stolen by Merrick on the Ahri.
Goodness.
And Chase is just split pushing on this bot side, looking to stop backs. Merrick trying to get himself out here. He doesn't have flash. He does have ult, but he's not going to be able to use it. Seraphine's going to be able to back and get, not going to be able to save this tower, but he's going to force Chase off. But Chase is going to be chased down by the Renekton. Renekton is eating a ton of damage by this Trundle. He's going to have to back off. He's being chased by this Alistar now too. Chase against the world, 1v3. He's going to get stunned up. He's going to go down. Toph in a 1v1 with Silikai in the mid lane here. Silikai eating a ton of damage. Is going to be forced to back, trying to clear this wave.
That was a great fight from Battle Tested, managing to push Chase away from the Baron pit.
It was great play coming out of them. Just a miss smite, I would guess, on the side of IX9. And Merrick's able to steal it. That does mean there is 1 Baron buff left on Kaisa, and that's it. Smolder almost at 300 stacks now. So he's going to be dishing out a ton of burn damage. And this is kind of what we talked about earlier is how do they get onto the Smolder to kill him? And Kel is just getting burnt down by the Smolder Seraphine. Smolder's gonna eat a Lux ulti, but no follow-up damage coming out of anybody else here. Dragon spawning in 57 seconds. So that's probably going to be the next big fight we see out of both teams here. Merrick is going to finish his back there just before this dragon. Spend his gold, get out. A ton of ultis coming in just to kill the Alistar. Big ulti coming out from the Smolder. Lone Wolf's going to be able to flash out and stay alive. Chase under tower is on top of Toph here. Toph's going to have to flash away. Chase is getting him really low, but he's going to go down. Seraphine ulti coming out. Not going to be able to reach Merrick. IX9 going to jump in. Tons of stuns coming out from them. They're going to be able to focus him down. He's going to pop his passive, but he's going to go down as well. Toph living there is huge. That was a big shutdown that he was able to save. But they are able to pick up the shutdown onto this Zac, and that went to the Kaisa as well. So that's really big on the side of Ionia, and they're going to pick up their third dragon on the back of that as well. Looks like they're going to try to catch Merrick in the side lane. He's going to be able to ult himself away. Renekton did use the dominance there. So this could be a window for Ionia to start up a fight before that ulti cooldown comes back.
It looks like mission control is towards Ionia, but the scuttle is right for Freljord, so
Ionia is getting control of vision control of this Baron. They do have Chase in that bot side. They could be looking to keep him split pushing. It looks like Freljord is possibly going to start up this Baron again here. Battle tested, going to eat a ton of damage here. Oh, Merrick going to be stunned up. He's going to be able to hit the charm onto battle tested, keeping him from engaging on him. Looks like he's going to go down. Merrick, Lone Wolf, Silikai. TP coming out from the Renekton on the bot side, looking to chase away Chase under tower. He's just gonna chase him under his Nexus towers. Merrick's gonna be stunned up, eating a ton of damage from the Smolder. They've stopped the Baron, but looks like Merrick's gonna go down to the Smolder. Chase was able to pick up the inhib in the bot side, and battle tested. Gonna clear out vision around this Baron here. Smolder pushing in the top side, but Chase and Lone Wolf are gonna find battle tested. He's gonna try to flash out, and he's gonna go down to Chase under tower. Now it looks like they're looking to chase Toph here. He is starting his back, but they might be able to stop it here. Yeah, he is gonna be caught, and he's gonna go down. This could be their call, their time to start up Baron here. No support, no AD carry on the side of Freljord. Chase is starting to clear out the vision, and they are going to start up this Baron.
Be a free Baron for Ionia. It looks like Dragon spawning in 1 minute, so if they manage to split push very well with Baron and manage to take down an inhibitor, that should be a free Dragon secured too.
Yep, so that's going to be Baron on all 5 members of Ionia, and now they're going to work their way over to this Dragon. 40 seconds on that. They should be pushing out this mid lane. I kind of wish they would have pushed out the top side to get that lane pushing. Kel is going to TP into this bot side wave to get into a 1v1 with the Renekton. TP coming out from Merrick to join him. He is running into Lone Wolf as well. Lone Wolf's going to miss the snare, but it looks like they should be able to pick him up. Although IX9 is here to jump onto Kel. Renekton's going to be able to dash, slice, and dice his way out. Chase is on this mid lane again. He's picked up another tower and an inhib, but he's getting really low here. He's going to go down to Toph. Looks like Ionia is going to start up this dragon. They don't have the ulti on the side of Kel here, but it looks like they are going to be able to pick it up. So that's going to be Dragon Soul going over to Ionia. Lone Wolf is going to get caught, going to be forced to flash out. Battle Tested is here with the Smolder. And looks like Merrick might just have to leave his support to his death. He's trying to get himself out here. Toph is chasing. He's going to land the snare. Kai'Sa is going to ult in onto Toph. And Toph is going to live here. Silikai going to barrier, trying to stay alive. Kel is here now to try to save his AD carry and his mid laner. IX9's jumping away. Looks like he's going to get out as well. It's just going to be a trade of... It's just going to be a support going down on the side of Ionia. Down 2 inhibs, Freljord. Just going to be pushing out waves for the next few minutes.
Gold Gap definitely closing. 5k to 3k now.
It looks like their plan is to keep Chase on the side lanes, pushing out on this Trundle, because left alone, he's just going to melt it. TP coming out from Adelphi into the top side. She's going to be forced to flash away. She's going to get the stun up onto Chase, forced to flash out. So it's going to be TP and flash used from Adelphi. Kel getting into a fight here. He's going to be forced to flash out. He's getting really low. He's going to go down to Toph. Looks like they're going to take the kill, and they're going to work their way down to try to get a pick onto Chase on this Trundle. The Alistar and the jungler here, but it looks like he's going to be able to work his way out and survive. Next objective is Baron in 3 minutes. So I expect Ionia just to force them in, keep vision control, and then work their way over to this Baron. But they could do what they did last time, is stick Chase in the bot side while Baron is up and make a play for a backdoor.
up sum still being down will be quite crucial for the Baron fight, while Sulkai still has sums.
Looks like they're going to force the ulti out of battle tested here. Lux ulting, but has such a short cooldown that it doesn't matter how many times he throws it out. But that is ult and heal used on battle tested. Still tons of time before the Baron, so not really worried about that. But Renekton is split pushing in this bot side now. Inhib has respawned. A flash coming in from battle tested, getting onto the backline. Merrick trying to ult himself out. He's getting chunked really low. Kel's going to be ulted by the Seraphine. Is going to go down. It's going to be a kill on the top laner, Cho'Gath. And now they're going to be trying to work their way up this mid lane. Did force flash out of Merrick and ulti. Do have some crucial ults down on their side as well. Lone Wolf getting quite a bit of damage down, but not going to be enough. But they are going to be forced to back off after taking the inhib tower. Ult coming out from this Renekton is going to get onto Lone Wolf here. Jump coming in from the Zac. It's like they're going to force them off. And they're going to take this mid inhibitor. And now they're going to do a bit of jungle camp stealing on their way out.
Iona is lacking vision for Baron spawn, so I wonder how they'll deal with that.
And it looks like Battle Tested is going to try to go in onto them. He's going to be forced to ult again. And nothing coming out of that. Chase is on this bot side all alone here. No one to contest him. Adelphi might be caught out here. She's all alone in the front line. Is going to be eat a massive chunk of damage. So is Merrick from this Smolder. IX9 going in is going to be able to catch Lone Wolf. That Lone Wolf going to be forced to flash. Chase under tower, taking a 1v1 against this Renekton. I don't think Renekton wants to take this 1v1, but the rest of his team is on their way here. Chase going to be flashing out, but he's going to go down to the Smolder here. 16, 3, and 7 on the Smolder. Dragon spawning. And this is Elder Drake as well, and that's Chase down. So this potentially could be a Elder Drake going over to Freljord here with the jungle going down. It's going to be a Kel Steel hopeful. But it looks like Battle Tested and Adelphi are going to be doing a good job on keeping him away from this pit. 8k on this. Well, they're going to go in. Silikai going to ult in. They're going to pick up a kill on Toph on the Smolder. Decent fight coming out of the side of Ionia here. He's going to pick up a kill on Battle Tested as well. IX9 is going to be popped down into his passive. And he's going to be able to spawn back up. Kel. I can't even follow it anymore. Merrick's going to charm. And yeah, it's just going to be a ace. Coming over on the side of Freljord. But Chase has spawned, so they are looking to back off.
Great root from Lone Wolf. Initiating the fight with the root and everyone diving. That is that win condition that they needed.
There's too much going on for me to even commentate at all. Not quick enough. Looks like Chase is going to start up this Elder Drake by himself here with IX9 hanging around on this Zac. It's going to be a smite fight to see who's going to get it. IX9 does have vision of this. He's going to go in. Chase looking to just finish it. And it's going to go over to Chase. He might have had a couple teammates spawn too. So and he's just one more auto. He's gonna pick up a kill on the jungler, and he might have had Elder Drake on top of. Yep, he has Elder on the Kaisa.
I think it's just the Kaisa.
Yep, it is just the Kaisa with Elder, but that's huge for Kaisa here. If they are able to get a pick onto the Smolder, then they should be able to pick up a fight win. Seraphine in the bot side looking to answer these super minion waves. Trying to keep that lane pushed. Does have TP and is able to rotate over to her team here if needed. Smolder pinging his stacks. He's at 502 now. And Ionia setting up a death ball in the bot side while Chase looking to get more vision on this Baron. They're pinging onto Chase here. Looking to find him in the top side. He's going to be able to use the blast plant to get away. Flash coming in from Battle Tested onto Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf's going to go down. The ult's going to hit Silikai and Lone Wolf here. Merrick is going in onto Adelphi. Silikai's able to trade with Toph as well. So it's going to be a 2 for 2. Merrick looking to find his way out here. Does have ulti. And is trying to trade with the Renekton, but I don't think he wants that trade. Chase is starting up this Baron here. He does have Kel with him, and it looks like they're looking to chase down IX9 and this Alistar, but Chase is going to go right back over to starting up this Baron here. Meanwhile, this Renekton in the bot side answering these waves coming in. The inhib just spawned. He doesn't have TP to join his team. This is going to be a 3v2 if they're looking to steal this Baron. Chase is just melting it alone. Merrick and Kel trying to zone. IX9 is going to be looking to steal here. They do have the Cho'Gath ulti to secure it. And it looks like they're just going to walk away. They don't have a chance of stealing this. It's going to be Baron secured by Ionia here. It's a really back and forth game. Gold at this point doesn't matter anymore. Everyone should be pretty close to full build, except for maybe the supports. Even the sports.
It was really good here because there's one CC on Smolder lets him die very efficiently onto the Smolder and just kill him with the WQ.
Silikai at this point, even if he gets stunned up, he has been able to trade with this Smolder. So just a little bit of CC on the Smolder will secure it. Looks like IX9 is going to walk into this death bush that they've got set up. He's going to go down. Passive is going to be procced, and he's going to be taken down. And they're going in on to Chase under tower, trying to chase him. Maybe get a kill on him, and he's just going to force them out. Merrick's going to land a stun onto Battle Tested. Silikai going to ult in onto the Alistar. Alistar's going to go down. It's going to be a 2 for nothing here. Who just flashed in? There's someone flash out. I just missed that. Oh, it was Kel. Kel flashed in to try to get the CC onto the Smolder. And now with Baron and 5 members strong, they should be able to walk into the base, take these inhibs. They should be looking to end here. They do have a minute on Elder if they want to play it safe. Looks like they're going to start taking this bot inhib while Chase pushes in the top side, and they're just going to try to play it as safe as possible.
Smolder doing a lot of damage though.
Chase is melting this tower in the top side, so it should be... Are they going to look to get the third one? Yes, they are. So they're just going to pick up all 3 inhibs, and they're going to back off for this Elder Drake, spawning in 30 seconds. The pings are coming down onto it. There is no vision besides a single ward on the way out from, and it was just taken out as well. 0 vision from Freljord into their own red side jungle. And IX9 doing his best to get behind them and look to steal, but Chase and Lone Wolf have sniffed it out. They're gonna go in onto him. They're chasing him to the wrong side of the map here. IX9 against the world, doing his best to get out here. Is gonna have to flash out. Gonna get pillared. Silikai gonna go in, and that's gonna be kill going over to Kel. Did use the ulti there, so there is a chance of a steal here. And they're gonna drag it out. Double super in minion waves starting to flood into the base. Adelphi and the Renekton clearing it out. It's gonna be Elder Drake going over to Ionia. Merrick's gonna reset. Kel was thinking about resetting, but looks like he's just gonna follow his team. They have Elder Drake, Merrick's TPing in, so it's gonna be a 5v4 with 30 seconds left on the Zac if they want to defend. Jeez, Lone Wolf almost getting one shot by the Smolder here. Toph was forced to flash and barrier. For Dragon, Elder Drake, and Battle Tested is just going to go down to the burn of Merrick. Silikai going to ult in onto the Smolder, is going to get picked off. Chase is here now with another Super Minion wave. First Nexus Tower is going to go down. Ult coming out from Adelphi is going to be able to kill Lone Wolf. Now they're just trying to work their way out. Super Minions working on that last inhib or Nexus Tower. It's going to go down. Toph's going to pick up another kill onto Kel. 70 seconds on him. He's going to pick up another kill onto Merrick here. Looks like Chase is going to waddle his way out into the top side. No Nexus Nexus towers left on the side of Freljord.
No TP from Ionia.
Still pretty big timers on them. 20 seconds on the 80 carry. Chase is the only one left, but they have to deal with super minion waves. Although Chase is just, he's going to catch Adelphi here. No, he's just going to run straight into the base. He's going to look to
Smolder's out.
He's going to look to end and backdoor. Smolder's out of base. I don't know if he's going to be able to do this, but he's just going to go for it. He ults, and he's getting it really low. Alistar going to headbutt him away, and he's going to be able to backdoor it. Chase under tower.
GG's.
That was a very back and forth game. That was an insane game coming out from Freljord and Ionia here. 22, 5, and 8 on the Smolder. 120,000 damage. Just not enough to close out the game.
Hayes and the Cho'Gath doing a lot of work being a frontline against a very fed Smolder.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Can I pull it back up? Let's see. Sorry, I left too soon. I should have pulled up Trundle structure damage because it had to have been a lot. Let's see if I can pull it up. No. Rip. I will be right back while we wait for them to get ready for game 2. Looks like we are going to get same sides here out of both teams. Yeah. looks like we are getting ready checks. Going for a draft number 2. Ready's on both sides. Nocturne going to be the first man taken off the board by Freljord. Nafari from Ionia. Lilia. Pantheon. So far same bands as last game. Let's see if Freljord wants to change one of those up, or if we're gonna see the same 3 bands. Now it looks like they are gonna take Trundle off the board away from Chase. And Ionia is going to take the Smolder off the board. And Gangplank is going to be the first pick for Freljord, followed by an Amumu pick from Ionia. Still deciding, and yep, they are going to lock in that Amumu for Chase in the jungle. Some good engaged CC. And it is going to be the Kaisa pick for Silikai again.
Very good pairing with Kaisa because of her passive.
Yeah, tons of CC and options for her to ult to. Now with Smolder taken off the table, what AD carry are they thinking about taking on the side of Freljord? Looks like it's going to be Sejuani locked in the jungle. And what is their last pick going to be in this first rotation? It is going to be that Seraphine locked in again for Adelphi. Could look to flex that into the bot side if that's something they want to do. So they have jungle AD carry locked in here. They could look to answer top or lock in their support here, and looks like it is going to be the support pick going in Thresh, going to be piloted by Lone Wolf, and they're going to ban Sivir out. Quinn is going to be banned on the side of Freljord. So Ionia looking to pinch that AD carry pool a little bit. And Alistar going to be the last ban. Don't want to deal with another Alistar coming out of battle tested.
He feels Alistar really well in matches.
Had a ton of really solid engages last game on it. So they want to take that off the table. Force them to play something different. And Tryndamere is going to be the last ban on the side of Freljord. And an insta-lock on the Kale. That going into the top side against the GP.
Ionia will definitely AD mid lane because Kaisa and Mumu and KO does a lot of AP damage, but unless Kaisa builds full crit,
Yeah, Kaisa could go towards the full AD build, or this Kale could go to the mid lane. Cthulhu just put it in the chat. Yeah, this could go into the mid lane in Merrick's hands. But I would expect it to go top into the GP. Looks like this is going to be a GP mid. Udyr top. And yep, so this is what I expect it to be now. It's going to be Udyr top, GP mid, or it could be a Sedge top. And that Seraphine's going to go bot lane with the Janna. And it's going to be an ASOL locked in for Ionia. So yes, this Kale is going to the top side.
definitely a little too much AP in my opinion on the Ionia side, but should be fine considering Freljord doesn't do a lot of damage on their side either, unless Udyr gets really fed.
There's a ton of damage on the side of Ionia, and not a lot coming out of Freljord here. Like, most of the damage is going to be on GP and Seraphine, and maybe Udyr, depending on how he builds. So, but they don't have the constant DPS of an 80 carry, so that could hurt them in the long run. And Kale's just going to be looking to farm up till 16, for when she turns into a weed whacker and just obliterates Freljord in a team fight. So this could be an interesting game. Ionia is just going to be looking to get late. I am interested to see what Freljord has, where the Freljord has everybody going right now. Pretty sure their bot lane's a lock. It's just gonna be where is Willix and Toph gonna be going. I'd assume GP would be going mid. Alright, loading in for game 2. Oh, and we gotta pause.
A summoner has disconnected.
So even on the side of Ionia, there has been changes to where Kel and Chase are going. Chase is going to be the one piloting this Kale in the top side. Toph is moving over to the top side of the map, Adelphi to the bot side, and Willex is going to be piloting the GP in the mid lane.
A summoner has reconnected.
Really interesting draft coming in from both sides. Now they each have problems they need to solve. Blue side, they need to figure out how they're going to deal with the Kale and Kaisa and also the Aesol because they're all carries. And Ionia, they need to figure out how they're going to deal with the lack of AD damage and also their lack of early game power because of their Aesol, Kale, and Kaisa.
Yeah, so they're going to be looking to just scale up to late game. We are going to have a little bit of difficulty catching up after this pause. So we'll have to wait a few seconds till we're able to get the game back. But hopefully we don't have any action until we are back. I don't expect there to be.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
But an invade coming out. It's going to be a 5v5 to start the game here. Chase under tower is going to be the first to walk in. He's getting really low. Toph chasing is going to pick up the first blood. Hook coming out for Lone Wolf. Kel's going to go down as well. Toph is going to be traded to Silikai. Knockup going on to Merrick is going to be able to flash out. Sejuani just isn't going to be able to get close enough to get that stun. Is going to be a 2-for-1. First blood going over to Toph on this Udyr. And Adelphi is going to pick the kill as well.
Minions have spawned.
But good news for Ionia, though. They did pick up a kill onto Silikai on this Kaisa, who is going to be able to back and spend his gold. Udyr, I think, bought boots on that back
Mhm.
with his first blood gold. Adelphia was not able to go back to spend the gold that she got. Yeah, a real surprising. Oh, it's going to be Chase piloting this Kale in the mid lane. I thought it was going to be going to the top for sure. Merrick taking the Aesol top. And yeah, a real surprising invade coming out for them, considering the late game comp they have. Big damage coming out onto Adelphi, going to be forced to heal, battle tested to keep the Seraphine alive.
The kill on Udyr is definitely impactful for this game, not only because of the 2 kills they got, but also because of the boots, because it's really important in this matchup against Aesol, because you can just run them down without having to worry that much about the slow Aesol gives.
I don't expect them to be able to have too much kill pressure into Merrick once Merrick gets 3, because he should be able to just dash away. Looks like Sejuani's going to get an early gank off into this bot side. Lone Wolf is going to go down. That's going to be Feats of Warfare going over to this Janna, who's going to pick up the kill. Not where they want the kill, but they do collect the first set of feats off of that. Yeah, I don't expect Udyr to have a ton of kill pressure onto Aesol, especially when Aesol gets a little bit of items, or even just one item, because he'll be able to clear a wave very quick. Chase is just going to try to get to 3 or to 6 here so he can farm better. And then from there, look to start working his way to his next power spike at 11 and then 16. Yeah, Merrick should be just comfortable in this lane, just farming it up. Same thing with Chase. But GP is out to a big CS lead to start this game. 27 to 12. GP did go Comet as well, too. A three-man gank coming out onto this mid side. Willix going to use the orange to try to get himself out. Does not have flash. Is going to go down to Chase under tower. Really good gank coming out. Roam from Lone Wolf to team up with his jungler, Kel, on the Samumu to pick up that mid lane kill. Now Lone Wolf working his way up to the top side here. Trying to give Merrick a little bit of support. Maybe a ward, and he's going to back. Toph just looking to interrupt the back here. Now Kel clearing out some vision on the spot side. And Merrick just clearing waves. It looks like they are going to switch lanes here. GP is going to roam up to this top side. And Toph's going to go into this mid lane. On this Udyr. Is going to get a ton of damage down onto Merrick here. Should be a much better lane for the GP. Kel's going to land a stun onto Willix here. Willix does have flash, does have ignite. Don't know if Kel wants to continue this too long. Looks like he's gonna. Willix getting very low, forced to flash out here. And Lombo's forced to flash out of this bot side as well, into the Dragon Pit. Is being chased by Battle Tested. Is gonna run right into Toph here. Is gonna go down. And Battle Tested is gonna pick up that kill as well.
Awesome again.
And we have a pause.
While we wait for that, it looks like Kale swapped into top side to match the gangplank again. He's still coming back to mid lane to have an easier time CSing.
Looks like Silikai DC'd. And Discord is DCing for 3 of them as well. Looks like we are ready to go on one side, just waiting for the all good on Freljord. And we are back in the game, and first dragon is going to be started up by Freljord here. Oh, right. We gotta have that first few seconds of issues after the pause. It should be a relatively uncontested dragon. Looks like Chase is gonna try to get himself out here. Top chasing him on a tower. Isn't gonna have to use a summoner to get himself out. Looks like GP and this Udyr are gonna continue to trade lanes. GP ult coming out into the bot side here. I think it was in the bot side. Top looking to get a pick on the Chase here. Chase working his way out. Does have the ulti here. Is going to use it. And is just going to take it back here. Assault working his way up to the top side. Looking to switch again. Toph is going to be caught by Lone Wolf. A Mumu ult going to come in right away. Assault ult as well. Toph is going to go down. Lone Wolf is going to pick up that kill. Looks like the Amumu is coming down to start these grubs. Lone Wolf gonna get stunned up. He's getting really low here. The Sejuani ult's gonna come in to pick up the kill there. Amumu gonna grab the first grub. Assault is here. It's mid and jungle versus mid and support. It should be relatively easy to pick up for Ionia. Cal getting really low. The mid laner from Freljord is there now. And that's going to be 2 grubs going over to Ionia, 1 to Freljord. So that's going to be first set of monster slaying feats for either side. Udyr's going to find his way self onto Merrick. Merrick's just going to trade back a ton of damage onto him. Lone Wolf is only level 4 compared to level 6 on the side of Battle Tested. Just ticked over to level 5. Top's going in onto Merrick here. Going to get a big chunk onto him. Forcing him out. He does have TP to get back if he wants to use that and reset.
Getting top side. See how this turns out.
Amumu does have ulti here. I don't know if he's going to be able to pick up the kill here. That's first Q coming out. He's going to ult. Merrick is here, is going to drop the ulti. And they are going to pick up another kill on the Toph here, on the Udyr. Kill's going to go over to the Amumu. Hook coming in from Lone Wolf is just going to walk it out.
Everything is low on mana, so they'll have to look for it back soon.
12 CS lead in the spot side now for Adelphi on the Seraphine. Is completely out of mana here. He's gonna look to push out and get a reset in.
It looks like ASO's faring very well in top lane, being up CS on Udyr and having no deaths.
He's been able to keep himself alive, not give the Udyr anything. Looks like IX9 is gonna ult into the mid lane, flash coming out of Chase to get himself out. And Merrick's just gonna dash himself away, keep himself safe against this Udyr.
Or looking for that second dragon.
Yep, Udyr chasing him under tower. He's gonna eat a tower shot. And he's just gonna be able to clear out the wave and walk himself out again. Kel is going to start up this dragon for Ionia, but he is kind of surrounded a little bit, but his bot lane's going to roam over now. They were able to get priority on the bot side, but Chase doesn't have priority in the mid lane just yet. A GP ult coming in. Kel gonna go in on to battle test. It is gonna ult. Kel getting really low. Jenna ult coming out to keep his team alive. Lone Wolf gonna eat a chunk of damage. Flash coming out from IX9 to finish him off. Udyr TP'd in from the top side. It's gonna be a clean 3 for none. And Chase trying to get himself out here. He does not have flash. They should be able to pick it up, but no, they are not going to be able to. Meanwhile, in the top side, Merrick just farming himself up, looking to get to late game. And Adelphi was stayed in the bot side, pushing this tier 1 tower. Probably picked up a couple plates for herself here.
The start of the fight, that Mumu all landed on the backline very well, but they lacked the damage because Kaisa wasn't really fed, and the earlier power that Udyr and Gangplank has just led to the death of most of the players on Ionia.
Yeah, Adelphi on the Seraphine silently picking up a 1k gold lead on her counterpart, the Kaisa. Merrick's just going to walk himself out. Despite not going to that fight, the Udyr is only down 200 gold. And GP in the mid lane is also at 1,000 gold, or an 800 gold lead early on here. Lone Wolf just eating chunks of damage here, and they're just going to look to run him down. Kaisa trying to keep her support alive, all alone here. Barrier coming out from Adelphi is going to get a big chunk of damage back, but it's going to be traded back from Silikai. It's going to be a 2-for-1. Kaisa did pick up a shutdown on the Seraphine there, so that's going to be nice on him. This Janna does have a 10 stack 10 stack Dark Seal ring. I just noticed that.
It's time for AP Janna.
AP Janna. AP carry Janna. Coming out from battle tested here. That's funny. A gank coming out from IX9 is going to be able to get the ulti off. Merrick trying to get the ulti down himself to get himself out, but he's going to go down and burn the flash on the backside of that as well. Kill did go over to the Udyr, I think.
They'll secure Herald.
And that'll secure Herald. Kale has ticked over to 11, so first power spike for Kale. And this could potentially be first tower in the top side as well. Merrick does have TP, but is electing not to use it. And that could be first tower. It's getting really low. But with the minions dying, should be alright.
Top side, so Udyr has to care about that. No.
Amumu is here, but will be spotted on a pink ward if he tries to go any further. Chase trading damage with Will X is winning out on this trade now. This Kale silently getting really strong. Big chunk of damage coming on to Silikai in the bot side.
The Kai'Sa's short range is definitely letting having him troubles against the Seraphine. Just pokes him down and clears the wave.
Hook coming out from Lone Wolf, gonna get onto Adelphi. GP ult coming in. Ignite going on to Battle Tested here. Lone Wolf is gonna have to be forced to flash away. Eats a big chunk of damage. Is gonna go down to Battle Tested. Kaisa needs to work her way out of here. She cannot stay or she's gonna go down. This will be first tower going over to the Janna. Merrick getting into a 1v1 with Toph here. Should be able to pick up this kill. Toph trading it back though. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Chase baiting Willex into a fight here. Does have ulti, does have a Mumu waiting in the wings. Mumu is here, gonna land the first stun. Ult coming out. Ult coming out from Chase to keep himself alive. Willex. Chase gonna flash in to try to finish off the kill onto Willex. Is gonna go down. Willex still alive, has full support of his team there. Both Kel and and Chase flashing, trying to finish off the kill, and both gonna
Herald coming through.
And this is gonna be a dead tier 1 in the mid lane too, as well. Somebody pilot that up the top lane. Come on.
Janna 5-0.
5-0 Janna might as well finish off that, and he is going to. He's got a Mage Eyes with 10 stacks. On a Janna. Ionia at this point is just doing everything they can to get to super late game for this Kale and ASol.
Now, I wonder if this Kaisa is going to build crit after completing his W evolution with Nature's, or she's going to go AP like last game. Definitely lacking AD damage here, and Sejuani building full AP resist.
I think she should just commit to the full crit AD damage. Get the flower. Kel gonna be
caught against Udyr.
Kel is gonna get caught by this Udyr. They are gonna go into tower. Kel not going in with the ulti. Toph trying to work himself out here. Kaisa doesn't have ult to catch. And it's like Merrick on this ASol is gonna go in, is gonna get the ulti down onto Willex, is trying to get out. The Sejuani ult is gonna land onto Merrick. Merrick's gonna go down. It's gonna be a 2-for-0. Lone Wolf and Merrick gonna get picked off by the Sejuani, GP, and Janna. Or could have been Janna or Seraphine, either or. This game is looking really rough for them, and on the back of that, looks like the Atacon is gonna go down to Freljord as well. Kaisa and Amumu working their way over, but this should just be gone.
Should be about 8k goldie difference after Sadakon's Dali. Kaisa is looking to contest it.
The Amumu is here, could go in, and he is going to go in, but this might not be what he wants to do now. A little bit late for a steal, is going to get the ulti down. Kaisa looking to trade, doesn't have ulti, does have flash and cleanse, but I don't think she should use it, 'cause it's just too late. That's going to be a double kill going over to Willex.
Cleanses.
ASol coming over as well, just trying to clear the wave, keep them from pushing anymore.
Looks like this tier 2 is a little too harder to get, but the amount of gold lead they gain from that 5+ Otacon should be enough to bring them over the line.
Toph is chasing Chase under tower. GP ult coming in. Chase is a couple seconds from ulti being up here. Is going to look to trade and is going to pick up Toph on the back of that.
What an ult timing.
Ult just came back in time for him to pick up the kill on Toph.
Left with 100 HP.
Ionia just being a little bit too aggressive in this early game, when especially with the scaling comp that they have picked for themselves. You just want the Kale to get to 16. You want the Asol to get as many stacks as possible for his upgrades. And you want Kaisa to have at least 3 items before you attempt to fight here. And they are going to go in on to battle test it, but they're going to jump right into IX9 here. And now they're caught on the wrong side of the rift. They're both going to go down. Adelphi going to pick up a kill, and Willex is going to pick up another kill on this GP. Again, just a little bit too aggressive without support of their team.
Especially engaging towards Janna is very dangerous because of her disengaged power.
She's up to 18 stacks on this Magi Soul Stealer now. They just need to calm down and pace themselves until late game when their scaling comp is up to full power. You just need to give a few objectives and scale and get items. And wait for Freljord to make mistakes.
I mean, we're not looking to contest the dragon, so they will get soul point after this.
That is smart.
Very bad.
Well, that's
Ionia.
smart of them right now. And it looks like they're going to get a pick onto Toph in this top side. They're going to use 2 ultis to get it, but it's much needed play by them. If you're not getting one thing on one side of the map, work on the other side. And that's what they just did. They gave up Dragon to get a kill onto... Who did that kill go to?
Sadly, no bounty on that Udyr. The rest of the bounties distributed towards the team.
No bounty on the Udyr, but they were able to pick up a kill onto... I think the Asol got it? Or,
I believe so.
Or it was the Kaisa, one of the two. But that's what they have to do. They just gotta get kills on other carries, on picks, and they just need to scale it up to 16 for the Asol, 16 for this Kale. Kale is at 15 right now. So getting right to that power spike soon. This Kaisa is under-leveled by a little bit compared to the Seraphine, so gonna have to do what he can there to catch up. And it looks like they're going to get a pick on the Lone Wolf here. Cal's going to go in to try to save his support, but he probably should have just let his support die. Chase is going to use the ult here to try to keep him alive as well. GP or TP coming over from Toph is going to chase the Kale under tower. Kale going to flash, look to trade a kill out. Ult coming out from Battle Tested to keep Toph alive. They're going to juggle turret aggro. Adelphi's going to eat aggro. They aren't going to pick up the kill on Chase. Ult coming out from Merrick, and they tried to chase the Seraphine, and they're going to pay for it. They should have just took their out while they had it.
They are looking for Baron after they get this tier 2. They did ping this.
And they are going to go on to Silikai. Silikai going to pick up a kill onto the GP and is trying to get back to this Lantern. Isn't going to be able to. Chase is, or not Chase is here. The Amumu is here now. Which is which? Well, what do you mean which is which?
Gold lead leading to 10k, currently 9k.
Just about a 10K.
Lacking Baron vision.
Just about a 10k gold lead. This Kale is very close to 16. Should tick over pretty soon.
Yeah, Sejuani going full AP resistance though. I wonder how much damage he's gonna take.
Lone Wolf is going to be able to catch Adelphi in this top side. Alt's going to go through, but not catch Lone Wolf, and this is going to be a kill going over to this Kale. It's a big shutdown
Very important shutdown.
going over to this Kale, yeah. Seraphine did finish her Rylai's. Amumu might have a pick onto IX9, but the rest of his team is here now. Alt coming out from Chase onto the Amumu. Chase is going to go down here. Alt coming out from Merrick to try to get his team out, but looks like they're mostly going to go down. Toph is going to go on to the I can't think of names right now. Onto Merrick. Merrick's going to trade a kill back onto the GP. Is going to go down as well. It's going to be a clean, or not a clean ace, but an ace for Freljord.
Big shutdowns were handed over, but their base is getting destroyed currently. I wonder if they're going to Dragon to secure the soul
8
after
seconds.
this.
8 seconds on the Amumu. 11 seconds on the Kaisa. So they should be able to defend this, but this should be Dragon Soul going over to Freljord. Chase should be able to tick over to 16 here on this next wave.
Goalie did tip over 10k, and so point for Freljord, so snowballing is happening currently.
So that this is going to be Soul for Freljord, and it's a Hextech Soul. Really powerful for them. Kale did tick over to 16. Kaisa is down 2 levels still.
They did ping Baron, and they are having upwards movements with Udyr with TP.
Udyr does have TP, so they could look to start up this Baron. Kale needs to prioritize herself over ulting anybody else on his comp. How they win these fights is straight up through Kale and the Kaisa, but you have to keep yourself alive to do the damage. Grant, if Kale ults anyone other than himself one more time, I agree with you. Kale does have TP to join his team, so he's going to look to push out this bot wave. Merrick trying to get himself out, might be caught here. Is going to take the Lantern. Big ulti coming out from him. Is going to get tons of damage on a battle tested. Chase is going to ult Merrick to try to keep him alive. Kel going to go in. He's going to ult, and he's going to go down as well. It's going to be a triple kill going over to Willex. Looks like they're going to try to give him a pentakill here. Is going to get a quadra kill. Is going to get the pentakill on the G-Pill. On the GP here. 15, 3, and 11. Big game coming out of him. And IX9 and the Sejuani in the jungle. And a full Magi stacked Janna 7-0-26.
GG's. Definitely a rough game for Ionia. I think they took a little too many early game fights for a team with this many scalers.
Especially with their comp.
Yeah, and like Udyr and Sejuani were taking 0 damage from any of them just because of their full AP resistance build.
Yeah, like I don't understand why with a late game comp like they drafted, they would walk in as a 5-man level 1. It doesn't really make sense to me, but Freljord played their game very well and capitalized on the mistakes of Ionia. So now we got a 3-game banger coming out on Saturday. So
Top 3 we go.
oh, well, let me look at advanced stats. Oh no, my client died.
Oh no.
There we go. I was trying to look at the advanced stats. It wouldn't let me. Healing done. Sejuani did the most healing. And that doesn't seem like a lot of healing though. Hmm.
Mhm.
Interested to see what kind of comps come out of game 3 here. And what side each team wants to draft on.
Yeah, talking back about draft, this Thresh was definitely an interesting pick here. Like while he did provide safety for his teammates, I feel like the enchanter like Lulu or
The only reason I don't think a Lulu would be good is they need some kind of tank if they're going to be doing
that's true.
that kind of comp. But again, it all stems to how they played the early game. Uh,
Which yeah,
they just all they had to do was farm up, sack a few objectives, pick up objectives when they can, and then get to late game without hard feeding. And they decided to do the opposite. They tried to contest too many fights and be a little bit too aggressive on chances, and Freljord
definitely.
made them pay for it with the comp that they drafted.
He definitely had good ideas like swapping like Hale and Aesol back again to match the swaps, but I don't know about the level 1 invade.
Yeah, like the swapping back and forth was good. It was keeping them relevant, but then all the unnecessary plays really hurt them in the long run.
Definitely.
Especially with the comp Freljord had. They excel in getting picks.
hmm
They just have so much CC that the second one person gets caught in the wrong spot, they were dead.
Yep, Janna, Seraphine, Sejuani. It's like yeah, definitely interesting game.
All right, we are getting ready to get the draft going for game 3 here.
I'll click the invite for the game.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah, cheers.
Oh wait, we gotta do heads or tails for side select, don't we? I think it's coin flip for side. Or is it team who lost pick side? Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. Sorry, quit yelling at me. Alright, looks like we are going to have same sides. And we are going to get a Nocturne, a Lilia band out from Freljord, and they're going to be taking away the GP on the side of Ionia, Neferi, and Pantheon. So that Smolder is left up this time. Is Freljord going to opt to pick that up first on... nope, looks like they're going to opt for the Seraphine again for Adelphi. Looks like Lone Wolf is gonna opt for that Lux this time instead of the Thresh.
Now, if they do face a Smolder in lane, I really want them to play a like lane bully like Caitlyn or Ashe to stop Smolder from scaling, getting fed
Yeah,
early.
they need to play something really early to get that Smolder behind,
Mhm.
or their jungle needs to play to that side and just make this life, the Smolder's life miserable.
Amira, interesting.
is going to be the pickup. So it's going to be a Lux Samira for Ionia on this bot side. I think that's pretty good in the Smolder, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
I feel like you need a CC oriented support to go with it, but
definitely. I was gonna point that out. You usually want an engaged support with Samira
yeah,
just
an
because of
engaged
like the
support
engage she needs.
for the passive and everything. But
Hmm.
if the Q can come in from Lux, then it works. And it's gonna be a Braum picked up for battle tested in the bot side. And a Yasuo hover on Freljord. It's going to be
Ooh,
changed
Mbessa.
over to an Mbessa. What does he want to play? And it is going to be
Oh,
the
yes,
Yasuo.
the
locked in.
Yasuo.
So I'm expecting the Seraphine to go bot with the Braum here. And it's going to be Ornn locked in on the top side of Ionia.
Very solid front line from them. Definitely knowing that Seraphine will be picked and Seraphine doesn't do that much damage to be able to chunk down Udyr that much.
I'm not sure about this Ornn pick into a Yasuo Braum. I don't see how he's ever going to get his ult through in a team fight. He's going to have to wait really long to use it.
That's true. I don't know. I feel like Lux and her abilities could bait out of it really well, but like it'll still be very hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they drafted this Ornn into Yasuo Braum. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. He's just never going to be
He's
able
out,
to...
man.
He's never going to be able to utilize that ulti ever. And it's going to be a Darius Udyr ban on Ionia's side, and it's going to be a Xin and Viego ban from Freljord. So are they going to lock in their jungler here and give counter pick to this mid lane? That would be what I think they would do. What is Chase going to opt in for in this jungle? And he's going to pick the Zyra up. A little bit more AP damage. So that opens Merrick up to play pretty much anything he wants in this mid lane into this Yasuo. It's going to be set, locked in this top lane to go into this Ornn. And Zach's going to be the jungle lock-in for IX9. And what's going to be the answer into the Yasuo? It is going to be Merrick's Akali being locked in here. I don't know if I agree with the assassin pick into the comp that Freljord has, but we'll see how he pilots it. He is very strong on this Akali.
Definitely an interesting pick against Yasuo. I believe Yasuo should have an advantage earlier level, but after level 6, Akali should be able to push him in a lot just because of the aggressiveness of the level 6 compared to Yasuo's.
Yep.
I think one of the main win conditions for Freljord is definitely going to be the pairing with Zac and Yasuo, and how Zac's gonna use his knockup to efficiently allow Yasuo to ult multiple people.
You should be able to set Yasuo up for multiple ultis landing on the backline of Ionia. Ionia is gonna really have to play fights perfectly, especially with the Ornn. He's gonna have to wait until the wind wall is down and until the Braum wall is down before he tries to throw out that ulti. Or else it's just gonna be cancelled away, and then they're just gonna have no extra CC they're gonna need for these fights. And we are getting the ready checks in. Alright, let's go to my favorite MSI song for the last little bit here. And we have predictions coming up in the chat now. Who's gonna win game 3? Freljord or Ionia? Get your predictions in now. Somebody being very bold with 59,000, that's Merrick.
Shall return.
The warrior spirit is never broken. Draven out.
Do you have any opinions about draft and what you prefer? Like which team you prefer?
I prefer Freljord's draft over Ionia's. The top lane pick puzzles me, especially when you've seen the Braum and the Yasuo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like he's ever gonna be too effective in team fights. Like he's gonna be tanky, but I don't see him gonna be able to get the stuns that they need off for Samira and Akali and Zyra to get the damage off.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if they play the early game really well, then they should be able to take a big lead and go from there. It's all gonna be depend on what they do in the early game. But again, I don't feel like Ornn's ever gonna be in a position to do anything in team fights now.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, our predictions are 84% Ionia, 16% for Freljord.
Also, Set manages to grab Ornn and ults them into the team. That is going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's going to be a really bad team fight for Ionia. It's going to be Toph piloting this Yasuo. And Willix onto the set. Looks like Willix is going top. Toph is going to be in the mid lane. And Chase is going to be in the jungle this time, piloting the Zyra. This game, Seraphine does have TP though. So an extra TP on Seraphine, or not an extra TP, but extra battle sum in the bot side of Ionia here with the barrier and the heal. Timers, skip ahead, time controls. Alright, I don't want any level 1 shenanigans coming out of of Ionia here. It looks like Freljord is going to be grouping in this death ball. Silikai is going to be able to see it and should be able to walk out. I don't expect a flash coming in from battle tested. Return flash from Silikai, so support for AD carry flash. That is well worth it for Freljord. Oh, 2 flashes out of Freljord. Yasuo ended up using the flash as well.
Taking Ignite. Very unusual summer smell for a Yasuo. But
Yeah, he took exhaust. So I think
oh, Exhaust. No, I'm sorry, not Ignite.
he took exhaust looking to be super strong in this 1v1 against
Mhm.
Merrick on this Akali. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely because if Yasuo just dashes up lane and Merrick just bogs and just smoke clouds,
I
you should be able to
completely
exhaust and
I
chase it down.
completely lied to you. It's gonna be a Seraphine mid lane against the Akali. This Yasuo was going bot with the
Oh,
Now this is interesting actually. I don't mind this from Freljord now. Because Samira, her whole thing is going in to get all her stacks.
yeah.
That means she'd have to sit on top of this Yasuo. Kel taking a very bad trade in this top lane very early.
Mhm.
Chase is up onto that top side if he wants to try to help him out. Maybe get an early flash out of Willex in the top lane. Samira hasn't been able to touch a single CS here. Is going to get stunned up, eat quite a bit of damage. Does not have flash here.
Oh, and the Brahma Shield to block everything.
Really strong trade from a Freljord in the spot side here. Chase hovering towards the mid side is going to be able to get a gank. Early flash out of Adelphi is going to be able to get out without taking a ton of damage. Relatively healthy, still able to stay in lane. Braum has roamed up here, but is all alone right now with no one roaming over. Adelphi clearing out this mid lane. Battle tested should be relatively safe to walk out here. Adelphi out of mana now, and with the Braum roam towards the mid lane, they are free to push out the spot side. Big wave coming into this Yasuo though, so I should be able to extend that CS lead a little bit and pick up most of these.
I should have an easier time against the Seraphine compared to when he would have faced the Yasuo. But I
Yeah,
wonder how much that'll last.
they are going to go in on to Lone Wolf here. Just going to be a trade of a little bit of HP. Braum shield coming out. Toph going in on to Lone Wolf is going to get a big chunk of damage on him. Is going to get the tornado to hit, but that's not going to be enough to kill him.
Or not having a fun time down a lot of CS compared to the set.
He's not able to walk up to the wave to CS efficiently, especially into a set. Ornn is happy in a tank-to-tank matchup, but into a brawler matchup, it's not too fun. Q is going to land on a Lone Wolf, going to force to flash him out. Yeah, this CS lead in the top lane should just continue to grow. Set's just going to look to try to fight, push him off, and just continue to stack CS leads. This Zac is farming very efficiently though, does have a CS lead of his own in the jungle against the Zyra.
Which is very surprising because Zyra is supposed to have a really fast clear speed of her abilities.
Yeah. did waste a little bit of time going in to gank the mid lane, but
Mhm.
don't expect it. This little bit of a CS lead to mean too much. Big damage coming out from Will X here. On to Kel. Is going to hit him with the Haymaker too, get him really low. He does have ulti. He could look to dive this. I think Kel is going to tick over 2-6, and he's going to flash toward his tower. Ping's coming down onto this dragon from Freljord. And with the priority they have in bot lane, they're going to drag over their bot lane to secure this dragon. Chase is here. Merrick does have push advantage in the mid lane. They could look to contest here with Lone Wolf walking over. They're collapsing on this dragon here.
Like, faster than the Seraphine.
They aren't burning it down. Merrick is here level 6. He's going to go in on to battle tested. They are trying to burn it down. It is going to go over to the Zac. They're going to jump back in onto Akali. Toph's going to flash over. So is IX9. They're going on to Merrick. Merrick's going to flash back over the wall. Just going to be a trade of summoners. Dragon going over to Freljord here. And Chase is looking to go onto Adelphi. Adelphi going to get a ton of damage down onto Chase and Merrick here. And they're just going to walk away.
Yep, and as the whole fight was happening, Top has been gaining more CS lead over this Ornn.
27 CS lead for him in the top side. And this Braum is going to help Adelphi push out this mid lane so she can get it back. They should be ult coming out from Willex. Kel getting really low. One more auto should do it. The Haymaker's going to come in. He's going to go down solo kill over to the set. And they're going to get 2 plates in the bot side though for the Samira and Lux. Braum is working his way on or into lane. And just going to be some plates going over to Samira and Lux. Decent.
Are on Grub.
Oh, yeah, Zac is on Grubs with the set working his way over to help him out. Merrick is kind of hovering towards there, but just looking to clear out that control ward. It's going to be 3 Grubs going over to Freljord. Chase is... Did Chase get that? Nope.
I believe. No?
Zac was able to secure it somehow.
Samir not having a fun time against Yasuo.
Wouldn't expect her to.
Like, Lux is coming back to help Samira have.
Toph going in on the Yasuo. Should be able to stun up Lone Wolf here. There should be a kill going over to him. Didn't even use the ulti there. It's going to be Lone Wolf going down to Toph on the Yasuo. One more kill away from Feats of Warfare. And 1 monster away from Feats of Monster Slaying. So really strong early game coming out of Freljord here. Kills are only 2-1, but they've been able to get most of the objectives.
Seth does have his item coming back.
Oh yeah, and he does have a black cleaver, so that's going to be really strong against this Ornn in lane. Delphi gonna get engaged on by Merrick. Is DC'd. And a pause coming out. Mid jump. Oh. Flash coming out of Delphi just as we unpause. IX9 getting onto Merrick. Delphi should be alive here after that DC.
I believe so. Akali R isn't off cooldown yet, and he should be able to get out.
Yeah, I just expected to be a trade, a Delphi summoner for nothing. Oh, the ulti missing. Going in onto a Delphi. A Delphi's going to go down. Merrick eats tower shot. Can IX9 trade it back? Merrick trying to work his way out is going to go down. That's going to be Feats of Warfare going over to the Zac and Freljord. Chase under tower is here in the spot side. They could look to dive here. I don't expect them to.
Also taking a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Zac is coming.
Zac's working his way down right now. We could get a 3v3 under tower here. Flash coming in out of battle tested. Chase ulting to keep the Yasuo away. It's going to be a two-man knock-up. Yasuo going to go in, but is just too low to continue a fight. And is going to go down. Missed the tornado. Ult coming out from Lone Wolf here onto battle tested. And he's going to have to get himself out. Potentially another plate going over to this Lux.
Pretty equal game so far.
Yeah, very even. Just 500 gold separating each team. Massive CS lead in the top side. And in the jungle, actually, for Zac. But gold very even. Almost a 1k gold lead in the top side for the set. And a lot of that, and a little bit of gold lead for Lux on the support for Ionia. Other than that, everybody's pretty even overall.
Like is going for a fight. Does cancel the dash.
Baits out the negating CC. And we have another pause coming in. Toph's cats fighting. Toph's cats are having a civil war. And we are back again. Zac's going to jump in onto Lone Wolf here. Ult coming out from Adelphi. Going to get on Lone Wolf. He's going to go down. Merrick chasing Adelphi under tower. Going to pick up the kill. It's going to be another kill going over to this Akali. And it looks like Chase is going to start up this dragon.
Turret plating will fall soon.
It's going to be a 3v3 for this dragon. I think IX9, Yasuo, and Braum are going to contest it. Maybe not. IX9 is looking to back instead. He's backing on a ward. They could look to interrupt him, but they're not going to do that. I think with the way this game is going, it's starting to favor Ionia a little bit with how they're playing the early game.
Mira did finish her first item, and I believe is going for tabbies.
Wait, who's going for tabbies?
Oh, it's a Samira.
Oh no, she's collector, and yeah, looks like she's gonna go for ninja tabbies. We have a Blackfire Torch on the Zyra and a Leech Bane on the Akali. Gonna be dealing quite a bit of damage.
So previous patches, Akali used to build Storm Surge, but because of the changes on Lich Bane,
Yeah,
it has become a viable item for Akali.
yes. And looks like Freljord is hovering towards the top side for this Herald. This would be monster slaying feats and would secure feats for them if they are able to pick this up. Looks like they're trying to go in onto Adelphi here. Merrick chasing her under tower. Is going to be able to put... Oh, she's still alive, though. Zach chasing Merrick down. Is going to jump on him. Is going to be able to pick up the kill onto Merrick. Is going to be able to flash out as well. And is
A
running for their
great
life.
Braum ult.
Adelphi able to survive on the back of that, too. Is pretty crucial for them. Looks like Chase is going to bring Silikai over to try to secure this Herald. But in the meantime, in the bot side, this should be first tower going over to this Yasuo here. Akali's not going to be up in time to TP over to save it, and that'll be feats going over to Freljord. And Freljord's going to opt not to contest this Herald. Akali's going to
Because of that
TP.
roam,
Akali is TPing behind this Yasuo. Looking to hunt him down now. Yasuo's trying to work himself out. Does have a blast.
because of Samira's movement to mid, her CS situation is looking kind of sad. Down 30 CS against the Yasuo.
Yeah. IX9 gonna go in, is gonna pull back the Lone Wolf. Yasuo ult coming in, is gonna pick him up. Adelphi's gonna pick up that kill there on the Seraphine. Gonna be a nice pick secured by Freljord here. Giving themselves a 2k gold lead now. 25 CS lead in the top side for this set. And he hasn't even joined in the team fights yet. Sitting on 1k gold in pocket as well. Looks like Merrick is going to be able to equal out the turrets in the bot side. Battle Tested looking to chase down Merrick. He does have IX9 with him, but I don't know if they have the damage. Looks like they are going to land the Q onto him. Merrick's going to ult in onto Battle Tested. They are going to get the stun. A Braum ult coming in. Akali's going to dash back through, land the Shuriken flip. He's going to get knocked up, and he's going to go down to top as well. Yasuo looking to chase the Lux down now. Set's going to ult Kel back into Chase and is going to be picked up. Shutdown going over to Kel on the Ornn. A little bit of an over-aggression by Willix on the set. Ulting him under tower.
Top tower will be taken down.
Yep. Rift Herald being summoned in on this top side. Oh, he didn't end up crashing it. He messed up driving it. Must have hit a wall. It is going to go down, but won't get that second charge. TP being used by the set here to get back up to this top
Lord
side.
will get Dragon.
And yeah, Dragon's going to go over to Freljord. This will be their second drag. Smite secured by Zach. Willex getting into a 1v1 with Kel. Kel actually getting better of the two in this trade here. Alright, we have Otacon spawning in 10 seconds over in the bot river. I expect that to be the next objective the teams will be fighting over.
Busted heads. Not so bad.
Chase is here. Willex doesn't have a tower to get back to, but he's just going to walk himself out.
That's a problem. Are moving up, but I think they just went back to lane.
They're just going to back off. All flashes up on both sides except for Willex in the top side on the set. Doesn't have TP, so
Mira is overextending to the mid tower here. I wonder if she will get punished for it.
should,
She's moving top side.
should be flash coming in from Toph on the Yasuo. She should be going down here. Is gonna pop the barrier and did flash. Toph can pick up the kill here.
No objectives are up, so objectives won't be taken, but that is a big mistake coming in from Samira.
They could look to brute force down this mid lane, but Lone Wolf is just gonna clear out the wave with the ulti.
They are paying towards Otacon. I wonder if Yasuo's backing. I guess they're just claiming vision for it currently.
Looks like Yasuo's gonna stay mid, clear out the wave. Maybe work his way down after. He does have 2200 gold, 2300 gold in pocket, so they shouldn't fight until he spends that gold. Same thing with Zac. Zac has 1100 gold in pocket, and Seraphine has 1000. They need to back.
Let's say the Yasuo.
They need to back and get this gold onto the map here, and really, really utilize that. And that's what they're gonna do. It's gonna be Shield Bow picked up by Yasuo as his second item. Looking to get a little bit more survivability into these team fights.
Dragon is spawning in 20 seconds.
Yeah, Dragon's up in 20 seconds. Zac still hasn't taken his back yet. He's probably gonna clear out his Gromp and then take his back, and then work his way over there. Anti-heals have been picked up. Seraphine gonna eat or not Seraphine, Samira gonna eat a big chunk of damage. It's gonna be forced to back, and that should be priority on the dragon being given over to Freljord here. Tons of anti-heals on the side of Ionia now with the Thornmail or Bramble Best picked up by the Ornn and the Oblivion Orb picked up by the Zyra. They don't have the Yasuo here just yet, so the DPS damage on this dragon isn't very good. But he's here now. Braum gonna flash in and get an ult onto 3. Seraphine ult coming through. Ulti coming out from Yasuo. We're gonna pick up 2. Chase and the Lux going down Lone Wolf. Merrick's gonna try to ulti himself out. Is gonna be chased down by the Zac, and the Yasuo is gonna go down. Silikai gonna go down to Set. Ulti coming in from the Ornn here. Looking to pick up a kill onto the Set, and he's gonna go down too. That is just a clean ace coming out from Freljord. And they're going to pick up the dragon as well. And they're going to start up the Otacon right after as well. Clean fight coming out of Freljord.
Braum flashing in for the ult to knock up everyone for the Yasuo to ult, but he was rooted by the Lux skill. However, Zac going in again, knocking up everyone, and connecting that Yasuo ult onto the team, winning the fight.
Yep, the Zac re-engaged, able to get the double knockup for Yasuo to get onto the back line. Lux and Zyra weren't really able to do anything before they were dead. Merrick tried out everything he could to pick up a kill on the Akali going in, but he was all alone for the rest of that fight. And just like that, we have a 4K gold lead for Freljord. 3 dragons, 3 grubs. Freljord setting up vision control of this Baron now. Lone Wolf is going to get caught by Braum ulti, is going to be ulted by the Yasuo, and is going to go down. Ping's going down onto this Baron. Akali TP's into the river bush. Looks like they're just going to start it up. Seraphine isn't quite here yet, but does have TP to join if they really want to use it. Akali going in onto Willex. Ulti coming out from Ornn in the top side. Yasuo is just going to exhaust him and is going to take the 1v1 against him. IX9 jumping in on him as well. Chase is here. Windwall gonna block the route. They're going in onto the tank. Kel getting really low. Braum shield keeping the damage off of the carries. Another knockup coming in onto Samira, and Seraphine also gonna catch Akali. They're gonna pick up the 3 kills, and they're gonna turn right back onto the Baron. Lone Wolf is back up now. Could look to steal with the Lux ulti, but I don't imagine that's going to be stolen away from IX9 here.
But being in, looking for a flank angle, Bot was on vision, and Ornn was very separated from the rest of the teams, which meant when he got engaged on, there wasn't really follow up with his ult and everything else.
And like we talked about earlier is the Wind Wall and the Braum Shield, as they took their time killing off the Ornn, Wind Wall blocked a bunch of abilities, and then the Braum Shield was able to keep the damage away from them while they finished him off.
Yep, and that delayed Samira's combo, which led her to dying instantly when she went in because she couldn't ult.
And also blocked the Zyra's combo as well to negate all that damage, so really strong draft out of Freljord here, and we're seeing it in action. Despite having so much pressure in this top side, Willex has not been able to take this tier 1, but he's going to be able to do it now. is going to take his 1v1
Yes.
against Kel.
Mm.
And
Yasuo now with the 100% crit rate should be very strong. Melt a lot of these.
uh-oh. Merrick's going to get caught by the root. Is going to get charmed up as well from Samira ulti and is going to go down. Too much CC for him to even move there. Set going to ult Kel away from tower. Going to pull him back in. Kel's eating a ton of damage. He's just going to walk him down here. Kel trying to work himself out. Is going to eat Haymaker and he's going to go down. Pops the ulti as well too. I don't know if it went through. It isn't on cooldown right now. Silikai is trying to work his way out. Is going to get stunned up by the Braum passive and is going to go down. It's going to be another kill. And Freljord is just all over this map. Willex is going to take the tier 2 in the top side and is going up to this inhib tower right now. And that should
And
just...
Dragon should be secured.
And it's just gone. He melts this tower. And this will be Dragon Soul going over to Freljord as well. That inhib might go down. No, it's just going to stay alive. Willex is going to work his way over to that tier 2 in the mid lane. Is going to pick that up instead. Just like that, we have... Jesus, that's a massive gold lead. What is that? 13k?
13k, indeed.
13k gold lead for Freljord here. And they're just gonna melt this tier 3 in the mid lane as well.
Yeah.
2 open inhibs on Ionia. Almost 4k gold in the pocket of Set before he backed. 3k gold on Seraphine. And I didn't see anybody else, but I'm pretty sure you also had a big chunk of change as well.
Yep. Oh.
Lemur, Lemur just DC'd again.
Yep, Ornn, like he's building a tank, but he's taking so much damage from all the fed players that he can't really stay on the front line so much to let Silikai and the class chase on their tower deal enough damage.
They don't have. It's not that they don't have, like, he's not tanky. It's just they gave him too much gold,
Hmm.
and now his items can't keep up. He's just not tanky enough because of the amount of gold that Freljord has. I don't expect him to stay alive in fights very long, to be honest. Even if he was caught up in gold and items. $14k gold lead now.
Although the gold difference being very noticeable for top lane, bot lane, Set being up 5k gold and Yasuo up 4k gold.
That's all. That's where all their gold lead is. Well, we got a 2k gold, almost a 2k gold lead in the jungle. 2k gold lead in the mid lane. 4k gold lead in the 80 carry role. And then just a massive 5k gold lead for the Set. So, and we are getting back into game. I expect the game to pause real quick while it catches up. Usually does after a pause. And it's gonna be hard, like, Freljord's giving them no chance to make any gold back either, because on their way out after taking stuff, they're just taking all of the jungle of Ionia here. So they can't even try to climb gold back. Oh, there we go. Game's paused now. Oh, we're back. Next objective that is up is Baron in 2 minutes, but I think Freljord should just use their big pockets and items to just force a fight, and looks like they're going to go in on to Merrick here. Battle Tested is going to land the CC and is going to go down. Merrick's going to get killed by Adelphi. And Willix is behind Lone Wolf here. Willix going to flash on the opposite side, ult him back towards the team, and he's going to go down as well. Chase doing everything he can to clear waves out. Kel is on his way over, but this should be just game. They're going to go in on to Kel. Kel is going to try to negate the CC, is going to go down. Chase is going to eat a ton of damage. Flash in from Yasuo to finish off the kill onto Chase. He is eating tower shots.
GG's.
Ulti coming out from Samira, trying to get a kill onto the Zac. Zac is still unkilled, and that should be game. Freljord picking up the win, 2-1.
Disconnected. A summoner has disconnected.
Great game from both sides, but the lead was too much for Ionia to try and scale away. Hello.
Hello. How are you guys?
Hello.
Good, how are
welcome.
you?
Good. Not feeling too
Well, pretty
bad about
game.
that one. Pretty fun games.
Mm-hmm.
So, in game 1, you guys, or actually in this game, you guys just kind of steamrolled them all over the map. What was your motivation for the Yasuo pick?
Well, so Toph plays quite a bit of Yasuo. Silkai on their team plays Yasuo, so it was a pick away. So it gave it a little bit of extra value there. And it just really worked. We saw game 2 that when we were team fighting really well, we were just ahead. And when they didn't have a split push champion like Trundle, we were just ahead. And so we were trying to take advantage of that fact, draft a strong team fighting comp. And because of the champions that we wanted to play naturally had knockups, Yasuo made a lot of sense.
Yeah, I can see that. Merrick, you got your Akali in that game 3 there. Early on, you had a lot of pressure. You were 3-1 at one point, but then once team fights started coming in, the CC and everything was just a little bit too much for you to navigate team fights in. How are you feeling early in game 3?
Fine. It wasn't until like the pauses came through that it was like fucked.
Okay. I mean, we had to pause it. Unfortunately, my PC.
Yeah,
crashed.
I know, I get that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just as soon as the pauses came through, I just got fucked twice.
Yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate timings on them. Let me go back to game. What was it? Game 2. I can't even think right now. Mine's going.
Double one invade.
Yeah. So game 2, your comp was set up for late game, Merrick, with the Asol, the Kale, and then even the Kaisa. Well, we were just trying to figure out why you did, like, you all grouped and decided to go for like a level 1 invade with a super late game comp.
So we were assuming that they were invading bot side, and we were just going through top side to take IX9's jungle instead.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
'Cause
see.
Plus,
yeah, we were trying to figure it out. We are like, I think you guys just want to go and farm. Like, stay away from any shenanigans early, farm it up, and
we weren't really expecting them
Yeah.
top side. They like to go through bot usually.
Yeah, there was it was just a little bit of a
Funny.
fun mind game back and
Funny
forth.
news is we didn't know that you were going to invade top either. We were going to invade top. That was our goal.
Yep.
So, it's
So
both teams had the same idea at the same time and just collapsed.
It just happened that blue side bush is better for that, right? Because we could 5-stack in that bush, and as soon
Yeah.
as we see someone walk through, then it's I can level Q as Janna and then just hit 4 people, and it's kind of cooked.
And then we also seen you went Mage Eyes on the Janna and was
Oh, yeah.
fully stacked at 7,
Yeah.
0, and 26. And we were like, all right, well, this is a AP
Oh,
carry
that's awesome.
Janna in the bot lane now.
You wanna know the funny part about it? I could care less about the AP. The movement speed that item gives is fucking crazy. It's insane. So Janna, part of Janna, right, is that your teammates move faster moving toward you wherever you are. As long as you're in their vicinity. And so when you have a lot of movement speed, like from the upgraded movement speed boots, as well as the Medjais, as well as like runes, you just zoom around the fights and you can kind of let people peel themselves by walking toward you just wherever they are positioned in the team fight. So when you have a fully stacked Medjais, it works super, super well.
All right, and then we also seen a GP pentakill in game 2 as well, which was pretty insane.
funny part
yeah.
is we had 3 characters that were insta locks if we ever got the GP, and the fact that we did get it, we took those characters away immediately, and it worked out.
Will was so happy, dude, because he finally got his one trick. He was waiting on it for such a long time this tournament. Finally got it, and in the game he gets a pentakill. Like, that's just crazy. Good job, Will.
Yeah, that's insane. You guys composed yourself early after a game 1 loss, because game 1 could have went either way. You guys jumped out to a massive lead early,
Yeah,
and then it kind of just threw it away quite a bit.
completely.
Especially
Yeah, they played well picking it up though. Like they played macro that game 1 incredibly well.
Yeah, if you guys
Oh,
were
it's very
taking
impressive.
if you guys were taking something on the other side of the map, they were on the other side taking objectives, towers, inhibs, and then when it finally came down to them and you getting into team fights, they were able to pick up the crucial kills onto the smolder, where you guys didn't have enough damage after he went down, and then they were able to basically win off the split push because it got them back into the game as much as they needed. And we seen a Baron steal from Merrick.
On the Ari. Yeah.
We didn't even see like what happened on the Baron steal because the camera panned over to you guys keeping the Cho'Gath out of the pit, which was perfect. And then just out of nowhere, it flashed on the screen that Merrick was able to steal the Baron. Wow.
Yeah, that was good. Merrick, was it your W or your Q that got it?
So I'm IX9 would have to confirm, but I'm pretty sure I charmed him and just got burn damage on it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah,
like just the same way with the dragon. I think it wasn't Elder, it was the one before Elder. He was trying to jump over and steal it because we didn't have smite. I just charmed him and he wasn't allowed to move.
Yep. Charm is super, super good against Zach because he's pretty telegraphed as to where he's going to land. So that could be pretty difficult for if the RE is pretty good with their charm, which you definitely were that game. And it just sucked, right? Like they played it really well because they had a good 1-3-1 comp that game, and the Trundle could still split push because Cho'Gath, once Cho'Gath R gets over smite, you still have objective pressure, right?
Yeah.
So it was really difficult for us to kind of navigate that. And I think we just didn't have a game plan for it going in. We thought that the Trundle might come out, but we thought it was going to be a Trundle top if it came out.
That's
we didn't think it was going to be Trundle jungle.
We thought originally too, and then we seen Chase was piloting it in the jungle.
Yeah.
And then once Merrick got that Baron steal, Chase was already in onto the bot tower and was able to pick
he
up...
was on our bot tier 2. The Baron steal ticks over, and all of a sudden he's on our inhibitor. How did that happen?
And then they were also able to pick up 2 elders as well. One being was it stolen by the Cho'Gath?
Yeah, it was stolen by Merrick, I think. One was.
Yeah, one
was the Baron?
One was stolen by Merrick, and then the other one was
stolen by the Cho'Gath.
Yeah, stolen by the Cho'Gath.
It was. Yep, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? You just gotta move past it. Say, all right, I'll remap my D key. It'll be fine. Put it on F instead of D.
Yeah, you guys composed yourself. We're able to pick up the victory 2-1. Congratulations to you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. We're excited to move forward, and luckily, Ionia is not out yet. They get one more shot next week.
Ionia still has the chance to keep it going, and you guys get to. Do you guys know who your opponent is yet? Or?
Yep, we're gonna
Shurima.
advance to play against Crystal Scar for us, and then Ionia gets Shurima. Yep.
Okay, all right. Well, good luck to you guys, and congratulations on the win here.
Congratulations.
Thanks for casting, guys. Appreciate it.
No problem. It was fun. All right, you want to send us out, Steve?
Yep. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you had a really fun time watching. So, yep.
See you
Bye bye.
guys later.